quiet morning, Salma sat in her garden flipping through her notebook and wrote, "I wish I could live a story, not just read one." Suddenly, Uncle Hazamble came running toward her, breathless, holding a strange device covered with blinking buttons and glowing lights. "Salma," he shouted, "I discovered a secret city in space, the city of interactive stories. Anyone who enters gets to live inside a magical story and become the hero." Salma laughed. "Do I get to be the hero this time?" "Of course," said Uncle Hazamble proudly. "I'll be your assistant and prankster." They jumped into Hazamble's flying submarine and zoomed through space faster than stars. Suddenly, the glowing city appeared. The streets were made of golden paper, the houses were open books, and giant pens lit up the sky like street lamps. At the entrance stood a sign, "Welcome to the City of Interactive Stories. Choose the type of story you wish to live." Salma pressed a button labeled, "Sci-Fi Adventure." Meanwhile, Uncle Hazamble, not paying attention, pressed a nearby button that read, "Random Prank Mode." Suddenly, everything changed. The ground became a giant circuit board, and smiling satellites floated in the sky. A huge robot appeared before them and said in a deep voice, "Welcome, visitors. Your mission is to restore the memory of this city, before all the stories disappear forever." "I'm ready," said Salma with determination. But Uncle Hazamble was too busy poking at a glowing floor button, thinking it was a jelly bean. Their adventure began. Salma piloted a small aircraft shaped like a book, while Hazamble was tied to the back with a rope. They flew through a digital tunnel filled with moving stories, a dragon's tale, a princess's dream, a space explorer's journal. Each one tried to pull them in, but Salma stayed focused. "We need to reach the heart of the digital library." Finally, they arrived at the Tower of Top Stories. Its entrance was guarded by a riddle robot. To enter, the robot said, "Answer this. What grows bigger the more you take away from it?" Uncle Hazamble shouted, "Pizza." Salma laughed. "No, Uncle, it's a hole." "Correct," said the robot. "You may enter." Inside was the glowing heart of the city, an orb that stored every story ever written. But the light inside was fading fast. "We need to restore it," said Salma. She took out her notebook and began to write, "In a world of stories, a brave girl and a silly inventor saved the memory of imagination." With each sentence she wrote, the orb grew brighter and brighter. Suddenly, Uncle Hazamble's device beeped. "Oh no," he said, "I accidentally pressed character switch. I'm the princess now." Instantly, a royal dress appeared on him, and he began to sing opera. Salma laughed so hard she almost dropped her notebook. "You're a walking prank, Uncle." Before leaving, Hazamble scribbled one last sentence in her notebook, and in the end, they returned to Earth, full of glowing ideas. The orb flashed with light. The city's stories were restored. They boarded the flying submarine and waved goodbye to the city of interactive stories. Back on Earth, Salma sat down to write her next adventure, while Uncle Hazamble tried to get out of the princess costume.